Hello and welcome back to the channel. Well, as I said before, like many videos ago, that I was going to be putting this power brake and disc brake system in the car. Since I got the dash out, might as well start doing it now with the master cylinder installation here. So first thing I've done is disconnect the brake pedal from the old master cylinder, and you look underneath your old classic car and it's going to have a pin in it like this. Nothing complicated. Just if you got good fingernails, you can bend this up a little bit and flick this right off and wiggle that pin out. No big deal. That's just if you got the dash out. If you got that in, well, it's going to be a little bit more complicated affair. So now that that's done, I'm going to start getting these brake lines off and take the bolts out for the master cylinder and do a test fit for this vacuum chamber. I hope the hell it fits in there. We'll see in a little bit. Okay, so I got the vacuum chamber in there. Didn't look like it was going to go, but it's a tight fit, as you can see right here. So the one thing you're going to be doing is taking out your wiper blade actuator, because that thing was just in the way. I mean, you can look down here and see how tight them quarters are, but once you get that out of the way, you can get a wrench in there and turn and tighten those down. So I got it snugged up pretty good just to see how it fit, and it fits. And then moving on with that, I have to get the light on. Way down there on the frame is a distribution block. That's got to come out, and then I got the new brake lines, of course, and then the new master cylinder fits on thusly. So far I've got no complaints about this kit, because they gave you two sets of mounting nuts, flanged. One's probably a metric or a fine thread, and the other ones are coarse. So that was pretty nice of them. And then they send you a bench bleed kit too for the master cylinder, which is kind of cool. And here's a proportioning valve diagram. I gotta look at that. What we got here? Here's a proportioning valve. Let's open that up and take a look and see what that looks like. Okay, here's the new proportioning valve. Solid block of aluminum, machined out. Here's the instructions. Look easy enough. Everything's laid out, simple as can be. Even give you the line sizes and threads per inch for each position. Some stuff to read too. Okay, so I found the box with the brake lines in it. I'm hoping they're all there, but I don't expect them to be. And here is, hopefully this will work for Pontiacs as well. I'm guessing it will, pretty close. And here's a nice color picture of how it's supposed to go in, mounted down on the frame rail. And I found these two long swoopy jobs. And I got them on the proportioning valve, and I'm gonna label each end. I'll get my labeler out and label at least these two for now. I'd hoped that I could disconnect some of this stuff and reuse it, but it ain't gonna be, it ain't possible. So it's all gotta get cut out. And the first thing I gotta do is break loose and get most of this mounting nut for the old distribution block. It is like impossible to get a picture of this thing because I got the wrench on it right now. Yeah, that thing right there. So that's what I'm doing, and then I gotta cut all these lines because they've only been on there for over 50 years. I checked the entire kit. They don't give you this long rear brake line here, so I'll have to form that on my own. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to inch this out of here, and I got it broke loose. So just back this out, and I'll cut these lines, and at least I'll have that much of it done. Oh, shit. If it broke that easy, it was probably ready to go anyway. "53 years of service has come to an end." Okay, so here's the lines hooked up loose for the proportioning valve. I'd like to think I could move this back a little ways from the headers, but we'll have to wait and see more to get more of the lines hooked up, especially the one for the front right, because that's a pre-bent included in the kit tubing affair. So we'll get that hooked up, see how that runs, and go from there. In the meantime, I'm going to be removing the whole rear brake line because it's not going to be used, and I'll probably end up taking out the fuel line too, which is going to be a job. It goes into the frame here and runs partial through up to the fuel pump, just to get that out of the way and inspect it. Hopefully I can just clean it up, because just on visual inspection and using my hand to feel along, it's in pretty good condition, so I shouldn't have to like replace that or anything. Okay, so I've been underneath the car all day. I looked at the fuel line, and even though it was in good condition, I am going to run a braided line from the fuel pump back to the tank. I have some AN fittings that are going on right at the carburetor with a fuel pressure gauge and all that, and I thought, you know, why do it halfway, go all the way? Because after looking at my new fuel pump, those got AN fittings that go into both ports anyway, so I ordered the whole package, and it's on its way. That's what I'm doing with that. And so I got both the old fuel line out and the old brake line out that runs from the distribution block, or from the proportioning valve back. So I got the, I got the old line out, so I'm going to measure how long it is so I can get new hard line from the parts store. But I just want to say I appreciate the subscribers that are coming on board. I have 158 now, and I know it doesn't seem like much, but maybe a couple weeks ago, 2 months ago, or a month ago, I only had like 130 some. So somebody's watching, and it's greatly appreciated. Please like and subscribe and share, and take care of yourselves out there. I'm out of here.